Today I am going to explain the action and adventures movie Jack and the Giant Slayer released in 2013. A legendary war is repeated once again when a magical path forms between heaven and earth. A boy with wits prevails in this fight once more. But before we begin to tell you the story, please subscribe to our channel so that you are updated about the exciting recaps in the weeks to come. The movie opens with a child Jack who is reading his favorite book, Giants of Gantua. When his father comes to put him to sleep, he tells him that his mother used to read it to him. Jack's father reads him the story. The monks created magic beans to reach God in the sky, and as the water touched the beans, they rose to the sky, creating a pathway between earth and sky. When those people came up in search of heaven, their misfortune was that there they found the abode of a giant. These giants wreaked havoc on the earth, and it was impossible to stop them. Then the monks took out the heart of a giant and mixed it with magic and other things to make a crown. King Eric wore this crown and ordered the giants to return. Jack's father then leaves, telling him to go to sleep. After his father's departure, Jack further reads that the giants are still burning with vengeance and preparing for battle. They will begin all this with the blood of King Eric's descendants. We see that not only Jack's father, but also Princess Isabel's mother, is telling her daughter the same story. Isabel thinks it's just a story, but Jack is worried about what they'll do if the giants return. Isabel's mother tells her that she is from King Eric's bloodline, and that one day she will be a good queen to her people. Now the story is 10 years later. Jack's father is also dead, and he and his uncle farm other people's land. Uncle gives him a horse and cart and sends him to the market to sell. He also instructs him not to be distracted. When Jack arrives at the market, his attention is drawn to Eric and the Giants Theater play, and he ties up his horse outside to watch the show. There he sees a beautiful girl, and Jack starts seeing this girl instead of the show. Then some goons tease the girl, so he intervenes and tries to save the girl from these goons. The royal soldiers come there and take the girl away, and along with Jack, we learn that the beautiful girl is Isabel, the princess of the kingdom of Collister. At court, an artist is making King Bromwell's portrait when Isabel arrives and expresses her displeasure with her father because King Bromwell sent royal soldiers after her, exposing her to locals. She wants to socialize with the common people so that when she becomes queen, she will know them well. But King Bromwell doesn't want that. He tells her that he has lost her mother and he doesn't want to lose her, so whether she likes it or not, she will not leave the castle and be married to King Bromwell's favorite, Lord Roderick. Isabel doesn't argue anymore and leaves. When Jack reaches for his horse, he discovers that his cart has vanished, and he is certain that his uncle will be furious once more. Lord Roderick is on his way to his study with his loyal servant Wick when he sees the monk passing by. Roderick's study is horribly messed up, as if someone is looking for something, and the magic beans that Roderick has been hiding have disappeared. Roderick becomes suspicious of the monk he saw a while ago. He gives the order to close all of the fort's gates. Roderick is somewhat relieved to see King Eric's magical crown present. On the other hand, the monk approaches Jack after seeing the soldiers searching for him and trades Jack for a horse in exchange for magic beans. Jack is thinking about the deal while the monk takes his horse and runs to the other side. All the soldiers follow the monk, and Jake leaves without being suspicious. When Jack's uncle finds out about this, he becomes very angry and starts taking some of Jack's parents' belongings to sell to pay for the repairs to the roof. He knocks down the magic beans, causing one bean to go down a crack in the floor. Isabel does not want to marry Roderick and be trapped in the castle for the rest of her life, so she flees, but the weather turns bad and it begins to rain heavily, so she sees a lighted hut and heads towards the house far away. The house belongs to Jack, and as he sets out to find his uncle, Isabel arrives and requests him for shelter. Jack lets her in and bows before her, but Isabel acts friendly. Jack gives his favorite book to Isabel to read, and the bean that fell under the house begins to grow as rainwater touches it. As we see, the bean first strengthens its roots, and then starts moving rapidly towards the sky. Jack's house is also swiftly moving upward along with its branches. Jack falls outside, and Isabel is trapped inside the house. Jack goes to help her with an axe, but he falls down unconscious. When he wakes up the next morning, King Bromwell is there with his army, looking for his daughter. When they see Isabel's bracelet in Jack's hand, they question him. He tells King Bromwell that his daughter has gone up in the sky with his house. The king orders a team to be sent up the magical tree and bring the princess back safely. Roderick is very happy because this is what he had to do. Actually, he wants to get this kingdom through the giant. He already killed that monk who stole the magic bean. Jack also asks permission to go. As they begin to climb up, Jack is afraid of heights, but is willing to do anything to get Isabel back. He overcomes his fear and goes upward with the royal soldiers Elmont and Craw. Roderick and Wick have knocked down 4 soldiers. The next morning, they arrive on the land of Gentua and soon find the traces left by Isabel. Elmont asks for a split into 2 teams to find Isabel quickly. He moves forward with Crow and Jack, while Roderick, Wick, and Bald, a loyal and powerful soldier of the king, move in the opposite direction. Roderick tricks Bald into a ditch to remove his obstacles. Then a giant comes and eats Wick. Before the giant can say anything to Roderick, Roderick takes out Eric's magic crown and wears it. The giants themselves are forced to bow to him. Meanwhile, Elmont and Craw are also captured by a giant, and Jack chases after them. The scene shifts to Isabel, who is imprisoned in a cage. General Fallen, a 2-headed giant who is the leader, is talking to Isabel. He tells her that after so many years, they have forgotten what King Eric looked like, but they still remember his smell and know that Isabel is a descendant of King Eric. General Fallen says he will taste her blood first. Then a giant brings Elmont and Craw there. When General Fallen asks them about the location of the magic tree, Craw refuses to tell him, so General Fallen eats him. 2 giants named Fay and Fio bring Roderick. Roderick orders them all to bow their heads before him. Pinning General Fallen's face to the ground, he ascends the throne and tells them his next plan of action, which is to go to Earth and wreak havoc there. Isabel is happy to see Roderick and that he has come to save her, but she is saddened to hear his words. Elmont and Isabel are then brought into the kitchen to be cooked. Jack, on the other hand, has reached the castle when he hears Isabel screaming, and he follows her to the kitchen. Giant Cook is preparing Elmont for baking by rolling him in bread dough with pigs. Jack sneaks up to Elmont and tries to free him, but Cook turns and comes towards them, so Jack gives the knife to him and hides again. After putting Elmont in the oven, the Giant Cook pulls Isabel out of the cage and is ready to cut her with a knife. Meanwhile, Jack climbs up onto the knife stand, and before the giant can do anything to Isabel, Jack grabs a large knife and jumps on the giant's back. Jack kills the giant and Elmont also frees himself. Then the 3 set off, led by Jack because he knew the way back. When the 3 of them get there, they find that Roderick has ordered a giant to guard it. Jack cleverly blows the giant down to earth. Now the way is clear for them. Elmont tells Jack to go back with Isabel. Here he has to stop Roderick. Reluctantly, they both leave Elmont and go downward. When the giant's body falls, King Bromwell orders the magic tree to be cut down. But no one steps forward because Isabel hasn't come down yet. The king himself goes forward with his sword and starts cutting the tree. Compulsorily, all the soldiers have to go ahead and do this work. Meanwhile, the day passes and the night comes. When both Isabel and Jack see the lights below as they descend, they think this is the preparation for their arrival. The next morning, when Isabel and Jack are some distance from the ground, the tree suddenly begins to extract itself from the ground and cause great destruction as it falls. Fortunately, Jack and Isabel make it to Earth safely. This tree reaches the royal fort and also causes a lot of damage to the fort. On the other hand, we see in Gantua that Elmont attacks Roderick and the 2 fight. In the fight, Roderick drops the magic bean he took from Jack earlier. Elmont manages to defeat Roderick. Before the tree falls down, Elmont jumps and grabs the tree, and thus Elmont also falls safely to the ground in the water around the fort. General Fallen becomes very disappointed that his revenge is left unfinished. General Fallen takes the magical crown from Eric and wears it on his fingers. Then he finds the magic beans, which he throws into the water, causing the magic trees to re-emerge from Gentua toward the earth. The king is happy to see Isabel safe on Earth. They are all calm now that the trouble is over, but this is their misunderstanding. The king thanks Jack, says that as a father he cannot take away his favor, and gives him gold coins as a reward. The king leaves with Isabel and his army, and Jack is left alone again. Then he sees giants descending from the sky, and he runs on his horse, which has returned to inform the king and the soldiers. He gallops up to them and tells them that the giants are coming. All of them run to the fort as fast as possible. As soon as they all reach the fort, Elmont gives the order to close the fort gate. He has also set fire to the water around the fort. Jack enters the fort with his horse, and General Fallon holds the fort gate, but Elmont and his army shoot him down with arrows. Now the giants are outside the fort, and everyone else is inside the fort. General Fallon is not dead, but he tries to enter the castle by finding a way underwater. Elmont tells the king that Roderick is dead, and the crown is probably with the giants. The giants throw the bell into the fort, break the statue of King Eric, and try to open the castle door with a hook. The giant named Fum is now leading his army. Inside the fort, the royal army prepares to attack, while the king tells Isabel and Jack to get to the castle tower and light the beacon so that the rest of the kingdoms are on alert. Isabel takes a shortcut to the tower with Jack. General Fallon appears at the bottom of the castle, and as Isabel and Jack arrive at the court, General Fallon breaks through the floor. Giants outside the fort are trying their best to enter the fort. They throw burning trees inside the fort, causing a lot of destruction. But the royal soldiers are also retaliating. General Fallon is at the court looking for Isabel, who is hiding with Jack in the king's royal robes. Unfortunately, General Fallon detects her scent and reaches her. They both run for their lives, with General Fallon chasing them, nearly destroying the castle. General Fallon manages to capture Isabel, but Jack does not give up and stabs General Fallon to save Isabel, but General Fallon captures him as well. General Fallon tries to eat Jack, but Jack pulls out the magic bean hidden in his pendant and puts it in General Fallon's mouth. As soon as the bean reaches his stomach, the magical bean begins to breed. General Fallon's rags fly away. On the other hand, the giants have almost entered the castle. Elmont and the king are telling the army to fight on the front lines. Then the giants and the soldiers see the tree coming out of the castle, and suddenly all the giants throw down their weapons. Just then, Jack appears wearing a magical crown, and all the giants kneel down and salute their new king, Jack. He sends all the giants back to their world. Jack and Isabel get married. Jack is telling this story to his children. At the end of the film, it is shown that Eric's magical crown has been transformed into the royal crown of England, and the film ends with a shot of the Tower of London. Overall, Jack the Giant Slayer is a great movie to watch with an amazing storyline, so make sure to check it out. To watch many more exciting recaps like this, don't forget to subscribe, as that's the only way we can keep making these fantastic recaps, and like this video. Let us know in the comments section about your next favorite movie that you would like us to recap. Thanks again for watching, and stay safe and healthy.